got this question multiple times from many people that how do I learn new things in my journey? How do I really recreate myself over a period of time? And that's the biggest hack, because I focus about learning new skills and every possible way too, because whenever I'm trying to live from this level to the next level, the one fundamental thing, I'm focusing about how I can learn a new skill. So in this video, I'm going to share with you all the approaches and strategies. How do I learn things really fast, which giving me the ultimate advantage to moving forward. Let's get started. The ultimate goal is about how do I can learn faster so I can recreate myself faster. But it's kind of quite boring thing, right? It's, oh my god, we gotta learn something, we gotta learn more. How do we get learn more? And all this matter, how this makes sense. So now let's just stop thinking about how we can learn fast. There are three groups. I call it active learner. Group 2 is about passive learner, and group 3 is a negative learner. So what are those groups means about? So let me break it down. How do I really use this group to actually boost myself to learn a new thing faster? So active learner means I kind of convinced myself that I will get better into it. I know it, and I definitely am going to get better into it. So let me give you an example what happens in my own personal life. I was writing back that time different research papers, and I was publishing them in scientific conferences and so on too. And I was thinking maybe I should get a master's degree, and I applied for it. I get few applications and I got few offers. Warwick University, I got from University of Pisa, that's a master's degree. I was thinking I will go for it. And then back that time I was having a conversation with a mentor, and he said, hey, how many publications do you get? I say, I get 11 publications. And he said, listen, why you are writing this master's degree application? You got 11 publications. Why you don't go for a PhD degree? I said, oh, I don't have a master's degree. How can I get a PhD degree? So my mentor told me that, John, you are getting it wrong. You should just learn how to a research proposal and attach all your 11 publications and send it to university, and they will enroll you in university. And that's really boosts me up, because I felt like, yes, I have learned all these publications, how to write a research proposal, because I know how to write a publication paper already. I love doing research. I can figure it out. So that was the fact for me. I become an active learner, and in just in few months period of time, I actually completed my research proposal and sent out my application for several universities in UK and Australia. And I got 4 offers, 3 from Australia and 1 from UK. So that was my phase of active learning, the power of active learning, that I really believe that I can really do that. And it really shifted my speed of getting things done and come to the result very fast. The group number 2 is called, I call it, is about passive learner. The passive learner is something like, I'm not really sure I can do it, but let's give it a try and let's see what happens. So let me give you an example of what happened to me. So years back, I was working for RMIT University, and then I thought that I want to play tennis. So what happened, I didn't sure that I can really find the time to play the tennis. First of all, I also didn't know that I can actually learn this game as well. So before I played a bit of badminton, but it's been a long time ago and I was good at it, but it's a completely different sport right now. So I'm not really sure about it too. And it's quite expensive because it needs rackets or kind of special shoes. And I did not really invest for it. So what I did, I find something, a very average racket, and I got an average shoes, and I start playing into it. And I played few weeks and months, and then I figured out, oh, actually I'm kind of making progress about it. So I said, oh, wow, I'm actually getting better in my tennis games. And even I was getting a little bit of progress, I did not really immediately go and get an expensive shoes and branded racket as well too. I just keep playing for a while, and then accidentally, after a few months later, my average racket just get broken in the middle. So then I realized, okay, I kind of like this sport, and I'm getting better into it. I'm making progress, and that's the point. I am making progress. I bought the same racket of Rafael Nadal that time, which he was playing to win all those big championships and Grand Slams and so on. My behavior is very much aligned to the group I belong to. So now, what is the third group? The third group is this one. The third group is about negative learner. The negative learner is about when I'm not sure I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And I'm also not sure the trainer can help me do it as well too. So I'm very much busy. How can I prove my my partner or my trainer or my coaches or any program I'm taking to prove that it does not work with me because I belong to this group. So let me give you an example right now. I was in good shape until around as age of 10. And then when I go to the high school and I go to the university, I gain a bit of weight. But then when I was in university, I was playing a lot of sport, particularly in third year and fourth year of my university. So I lost a bit of weight and get into more shape. But as soon as I go to work, because I was working in software engineering, it was a lot of brain work, and I was taking a lot of sugar, particularly soft drinks, every day. Every day I was taking soft drinks. And I gained quite a bit of weight. So my weight was even raised to 94 kilo of weight. And I know that I'm getting weight, I'm out of shape, so I need to lose weight. So I was trying to do some activities to lose weight. I was trying to go for running. Sometimes I go to the gym and I figured out this is not going to help me. I'm not making progress. That's the point. I'm not making progress and I'm not really losing weight. So I'm not consistently was doing it as well too. I stop on and stop, and I was doing sometimes not doing. I was doing all those things and I just didn't know what I actually really need to do it as well too, and there's a lot of information in front of me, but I didn't even believe into that one too. And that's the group 3 negative learner attitudes of me. And then what happened, one morning I woke up from my bed and I saw a TV. There's a bunch of people doing six-pack ab exercise in the TV, and I realized I want to get a six-pack abs. So then I sit down and really confronted myself that, do I want to prove myself I am right and I will never lose weight? Or I'm gonna just want to get a six-pack ab like these dudes which are looking amazing in the beach. And I decided that I want to get the six-pack abs. I don't want to prove myself wrong, and that's the shift moment of into it. As I shift in my mind, then I move myself from group number 3, negative learner, to an active learner mood. So as soon as I moved to an active learner mood, then what I did, I figured out what I really need to learn. I talked to multiple experts and I figured out that I need to learn about my nutrition, I need to learn about exercises, I need to learn about my food habits, and last thing is I need to learn about lifestyle, like an example, how to sleep better. So these 4 things I need to learn. So what I did, I didn't try to go and invent all of it. So I took 4 different courses on these 4 aspects, and I wanted to learn fast because I know that if I'm not making progress, there's one thing will happen to me. I will quit, or I will think that I get busy and I will be busy with something else too. And that is the point. So that's why what I did is I was taking advantage of other people's mistakes, because all those, let's say example, that time the exercise program I was taking is a P90X. There's an expert who making all those videos. What he earned in his life is about all the mistakes he made, and finally he could bring the best out of him through a program called P90X. And I can take an advantage of that program and skip all my mistakes and can just do the thing what is right. Let me give you another example too. So when I was a CIO and then I was starting a non-profit organization, based on my research, I was talking to a lot of other non-profit founders too to say how they found these non-profits too. I was checking out their content, their blogs, they're trying to have a conversation, trying to invite them to the coffee, and even invite them, multiple of them, to become my mentor so I can actually build a non-profit. In my non-profit, VSHR, I understand the biggest problem of non-profit is actually the human resource. I want to solve that human resource problem, and then I was talking to a mentor, and then mentor helped me to create another company, a model, a success model of boosting workforce transformation or HR productivity, which turned into, and he guided me to set up a separate company. Now he's serving for all the other different large companies, helping them to be productive, effective, more profitable. So here's the point. We always ask about this one is the program gonna work for me? Is it the trainer is good enough? Of course, there's a lot of scam trainer everywhere. I'm very aware about it too. And if you're really looking for it, I actually made a video about it, how to find the right trainers. Am I belong to passive learner, active learner, or belong to negative learner? And if I found that I'm belong to the negative learner, my first mission is I'm gonna work with myself. How do I can shift myself to an active learner? If I cannot do it, at least I will bring myself to a passive learner. So then I would actively talk to my trainer or mentor that actually I'm a passive learner on this one too. So I need to see some progress. Help me to identify some measurables so I can make progress and I can make a measurement to see that I am making progress. I'm continuously looking when I want to learn some new skill. I'm assessing myself, which group I belong. Then I'm shifting myself out of negative learner, because if I belong to negative learner, there's not a single person in the world can help me, because the only person is actually sabotaging me is me. No one can save me because I'm destroying myself. If I have an axe in my hand, I'm chopping my head. How can there someone can help me with this one? No one can help that. There's no rules, no mentor, no coaches, no program, no content can help me ever. First, I move out the group number 3, which is negative learner, to at least an active learner or passive learner. So now, as soon as I move this one, then I start studying about the program right now. With a mentor or coaches, or online program or offline program or a book, I start learning about it. So now, when I start learning about that skill set, this is what I focus about. My framework, the one I use it to learn that is about, first, I learn what they're training. So first, as soon I'm focusing on every energy to learn what they're training to me, and as soon as I'm learning into it, I'm immediately thinking about how do I can replicate the similar level of success what the mentor achieved with their approaches. Such an example, I've been learning how to build a product from a mentor. So then my first mission will be, how do I replicate the same level of success the mentor has done in his own life in product development? So if I learn from him and I can get a success of 5, but he's 10 out of 10. So that means I haven't learned enough. I'm gonna relearn with that mentor. I'm gonna come back to him, or I'm gonna read my book one more time. Or if it's a video program, I'm gonna take the video program one more time, and I will keep doing it until I can replicate the 10 out of 10, what the actually mentor achieved on the skills. I'm gonna do it over and over and over. Well, there is nothing other factor. If there is a factor, I'm gonna book him for additional coaching for me to fill up those gaps. Like an example, if I'm taking the book and I'm not making the same progress, I can reach out to the mentor and coaches, the writer of the book, and I can tell him that, hey, I'm getting this problem, can you coach me to solve this problem for me? Or if I'm in a training program, I'm gonna reach back to him that, okay, I got this level of success, but I'm missing this thing, help me to fill it up. The next thing I'm doing is about iterate. So now I list down, these are the 4 or 5 things I can improve into this approach what I have learned. So one of the fundamental mistakes the people always does that is about read a book, take a program, or get a mentor and learn, and before even they replicate their success, they're focusing about how they can tune up their model. And this is how they messed up, because they don't have enough information and the knowledge. So goal is to focus and keep learning until we get the same level of success. That means we replicate the success in me, then I will keep doing that one too. So that is the biggest loophole into it. So here we go. In this video, I share with you, this is the model. Learn, replicate, iterate, and then I become the most successful trainee or a student of my mentor, because I could create a better success compared to my mentor. And this is something really marked my mind. I still remember back the time I was learning in grade 12. So I was sitting down with my teacher. He's a professor in the college, and he was teaching me, and then we were solving a math problem of relativity. He told me that, hey, you should do this way. And I told him that, no, I should be done this way. And he said, wow, you actually understand relativity more better than me. So that is the moment I realized, oh, okay. I could only do this thing because I was really focused on replicating his understanding and knowledge about relativity. And I have done it, and now I have iterated into it. So now I have a faster conclusion than him, because I actually can figure out some places of understanding. I could clear it up by removing some of the blind spot. And that's how I learn. And if you want to learn really fast, you can do the same thing. So you can 10x or 100x your learning ability, what speed you are in. And I told you, right, that I'm going to give you a video where we're going to show you the framework I use, so I can make sure that I pick the right trainer, program, or writer for my learning as well too. So check the video right now, and we'll see you there. We have some exciting plan for the next week. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that out.